Let me tell you something. It's not easy for a female director, it's not easy for a male director. For me, it's being a professional and working extremely hard, and the glass will crack at some point. If it's not now, it's later. But the having the spirit of perseverance after years and years and not giving up, I think, is one of the key things to make it in this industry. It's not for the faint of heart, I always say that.
Good evening, this is Manjusha Radhakrishnan from Gulf News. I'm the entertainment editor. It's a very proud moment for lovers of UAE cinema, actually.
Yes.
We have our very own cultural pride, actually, Naila Al-Khaja, Emirati filmmaker, who's come with her movie called 3.
Yes.
It's a supernatural thriller, and apparently it will put UAE in the global map as well. Is that correct?
Hopefully, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm getting a lot of inquiries from different territories, North America, Asia. So hopefully once we roll out in the GCC and Cairo, we will roll out in other countries. So this is really a very exciting period.
Of course, and it's very fascinating because you are up against Goliaths.
Yes.
Like fighter, there's Oppenheimer, I'm told, which
Yes.
is re-releasing because of the Oscar buzz it has created. Do you feel like the underdog, Naila?
Of course I am. Absolutely, 120%. This is why please promote and support my film. Although we do have Jefferson Hall, who is an Oppenheimer, who plays Dr. Holly in my film. So that's a very super cool connection there. He was also in Halloween and House of the Dragon. So the film is literally about how far a mother would go to save her son against all adversities. And it's about exorcism in Islam, but more than that, it's about mental health, taboo topics, but really packaged in a way that's respectful, but also very eerie and can make you think twice. I think the ending will surprise you, but I'm not, of course, we don't want to give that away because that will kill the film.
Of course, and don't give the farm away, of course. But why did you choose a supernatural thriller? Because that's one where you have to be so good at, it can't be about jump scares because
No.
people have seen that.
Yes.
So how is this going to be different?
So it is very psychological. It's different in the sense that you don't know when the dread will come or end. You don't know what's going to happen to the characters. The characters shift dramatically because of whatever happens to them, and it kind of, with my style of filmmaking, it's always like a slow burn and then it goes into a massive crescendo with a big reveal, right? So it's that type, and I hope people enjoy the ride.
The casting is so fascinating.
Yes.
I feel it's got a mix of both Western talents and Emirati talents as well. How did you go about the casting, Naila?
Well, first of all, it is a cross-cultural, horror film. People call it that as well. So it's very interesting because I had to find cast who can speak fluent English, and also obviously, maybe not the other way around, but it was a big challenge for me because I had to find the main character, who's Saoud Zaroni, who was just 13 at that time, to really embody so many different personalities in the film and have these different nuances look striking but also very believable. So he, for me, carried that, and it was such a difficult role to play. A lot of people don't know this, like behind the scene trivia stuff. We had 2 body doubles for him because it was exhausting doing all these nightmare scenes. Yeah.
Right. Of course, in J school we were taught never to write a story about pets or about kids.
And
because
that's
they're
all I
tough.
do. Pets and kids in all my films.
Why is that?
I never learned, that's why.
It's fascinating. So do you love challenges generally?
Yes.
It's like, let me go where most filmmakers would dread to go.
I think I'm
work
in love
with young talents.
Okay, first of all, I think I'm in love with phobia. And the thing is, when I did the film, the horror of testing daily 200 plus crew PCR tests was more scary than making a horror, because if one actor, especially in the A zone, we had SAG actors, if that person fell through, we shut down for 10 days and the whole production would have been in the water. So carrying that on my shoulder and just hoping and praying to God that we are safe was probably the biggest miracle that happened to the film. So I'm just really blessed to have amazing producers, cast and crew who, carried it through till the end.
Right. And Naila Al-Khaja, you are like a homegrown talent. We have seen you since the DIF days.
Yeah.
And I remember.
Yeah.
Do you feel like as a female director, it's easy now to, to break ground?
Let me tell you something. It's not easy for a female director, it's not easy for a male director. For me, it's being a professional and working extremely hard, and the glass will crack at some point. If it's not now, it's later. But having the spirit of perseverance after years and years and not giving up, I think, is one of the key things to make it in this industry. It's not for the faint of heart. I always say that.
Really. And 3 is a theatrical release, which is a big deal.
It's
right?
a big deal.
Especially in this age of OTT where there's so much of like content everywhere.
Correct. And not just that, a lot of independent films don't even get theatrical. It's rare. So to get a 9-country release, like theatrical release, is a big deal. So I'm hoping that, and I won't be satisfied because I would like to, open more territories and really introduce Emirati cinema outside of the UAE.
Right, of course. And I love that. Are you shattering stereotypes with this film as well? I remember talking to like an Egyptian director this morning and a Lebanese one who said there are so many stereotypes about Arabs.
Yes.
Would this movie shatter them?
Yes, it would shatter stereotypes. It would show some really amazing performances by young and older Arabs. Mari Al-Halyan did fantastic as the Mullah. We have some really fantastic performances. There's also like Noor Al-Abid and what's her name? Sorry, I'm like under the spotlight right now. Noor Al-Abid and Fatin Ahmed, who performed as a local, although her origin isn't, and she like nailed the accent.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, and that was not easy. So that, like, hats off for that. Yeah.
Brilliant. And before we let you go, you need to tell us which is your favorite Hollywood scary pick. Is it do you have the Ring? Anything? Or where do you take your inspiration from? Like, do you go home and just watch these horror films?
Yeah, I think because I grew up watching lots of like Roman Polanski. I know he's controversial, but not from a personal standpoint, but from his artistic point of view. Like, I really liked Rosemary's Baby. I thought the theme, the song itself gives me like shivers, And then I also enjoy more kind of calmer horror that really like hits very hard with the nerves. But I would say like a very, very big collection of horror film and psycho films that I really enjoy watching. So if you look at my like earlier books, like from Dean Koontz to Stephen King, that's like literally my library at home. So you can see the inspiration being drawn from all these different voices. And of course, the people ask me like for my next film, like Bob, what's the inspiration? I would say like Pan's Labyrinth, the original.
The original?
Yes.
That's brilliant. So is there going to be a 4 and a 5 after 3? What is it?
No, it's 3, 2, 1.
Brilliant.
You go prequels, right? You go back to the origin
story?
where the devil came from, right?
Wow, I can't wait.
We'll see.
No, but I'm really ready to be scared. And guys, please do. This is our film. It's like an Emirati film that's going to release in the UAE cinema. So show us your love.
And please, I want to make this super clear. The biggest population that actually loved the film were the Asians. So thank you so much. And expats. Basically, what I'm trying to say is it's not just for Arabs. It's a cross-cultural film, and it's really made for everyone. You'll hear a lot of English, a lot of Arabic. It's properly subtitled. It's very easy to follow, and I really hope you enjoy it. Enjoy 3.